So welcome back in the new video. In this video I'm going to discuss Ansible Vault. So what basically Ansible Vault is, it stores the sensitive data securely. So it uses like SSA 256 symmetric encryption to encrypt the data. So the sensitive information may be the user password or the database password or other information. So there may be the many use cases where we need to store some information in the secure manner, and whenever required in the playbook we can use that sensitive information in the secure way. So let's take the example. So how we can create the Ansible Vault. So the command is Ansible Vault and then create, and then we can take the help of help command. So that's help. So if you see here in the option, we need to provide the file name and this ask a vault password so that we can set the password. So what we can use is dash ask password and the file name. So I will name it as a locker.yaml. So what this will do is it will create one file name called locker.yaml, but it will create in the secure way, and we are going to use Ansible Vault for that. So hit enter. So it will ask for password. So to encrypt it, I have just enter the password, verify it, and then enter the sensitive data. So suppose I want dev pass is one of the variable where I want to store the information called my password, or there may be another variable called db pass, and we can store as admin 12345 or anything, some strong password, and just save this. So if you see here, we have now what is the locker, yeah, so here it is the locker file. So if you try to open without using the Ansible Vault, so you can only see the encrypted text here, and if you see here, it is encrypted with AES 256 encryption. So to view that, what we have to do is, instead of Ansible Vault create, we can enter Ansible Vault view and the ask vault password and the file name. Again I will enter the password that I used earlier to encrypt it. So hit enter. You will now get the variable here, right? So similarly, if I need to change the password of the encryption password of the locker.yaml, what I can do is I can rekey it. So I have to enter the existing password, new password, and now if I need to view the file, I need to enter the new password, right? Similarly, we have large number of options. So Ansible Vault dash help, so we can create it, decrypt it, edit it, view it, encrypt a string, or rekey it, right? So this is the one way. Another way is to save the file in to save the password in a file. So suppose I will create one file called plain text file called secret.txt, and I will put the password as admin 123 suppose, and I want to create another vault. Suppose Ansible Vault create, and so and I will create locker1.yaml. So I'm going to create a new file called locker1.yaml, but instead of so in previous case we just use the dash ask vault password, but in this I'm going to use the password with the string that is being present inside this secret.txt. So suppose my password is stored in this file. So how can I use that? For that, so we can take the help of this one vault password file. So if you enter this option here, then you have to provide the file name. So file is equal to, the file name is secret.txt, and hit enter. Inside I can store anything, my pass, or this is my vault file, and we can just save this. Now if I need to view this, then I will just, instead of this option dash dash vault password file, this will take encryption string from here, secret.txt, but just I need to change this view and hit enter. So we are getting the content of this my pass. This is my vault. So the spelling is mistake, but yeah. So this is the sensitive information inside this locker.1 vault. Now suppose I want to open without if I don't use this Ansible vault, and just if I use cat locker 1.yaml, then it will only show the encrypted text here, right? So let's remove this locker 1.yaml for now, and let's focus on locker.yaml. So Ansible vault view. So okay, so I'm going to actually create one playbook, and in the playbook I will create one user, and instead of assigning password locally on the inside the playbook, I will just use this variable, this file, locker file, and I will access this variable to use this password assigned to this variable. So let me create beam user vault.yaml. So I'm just going to create one playbook, vault use case. So host, I'm going to put dev. So since I'm going to use the this locker.yaml file, the password stored inside the locker.yaml, so what I first need to do is, so import that variable here. So vars files, and then I have to provide the path of so that will be home devos playbook and locker.yaml, right? And then task, and so to create user I will be taking the help of document is Ansible doc user, search for example string here, and if you see here, let's see if we have. Okay, so let's copy this, paste it here, correct the indentation. So suppose I'm going to create a user called John D. So I will just put, suppose say name is John and password, but I don't want to specify the password. I'm going to use the password for dev pass inside this locker.yaml. So if I want to use that, Ansible vault view password, let's take help here, ask password. So copy and then locker.yaml. So I'm going to use this variable, so that instead of directly assigning this password, I will use this variable. So dev pass. So for that, to use variable double quote, double curly bracket, and then I'm going to use this dev pass. So copy this pipe password. So since it is going to use 256, so I'm specifying SSH 256. So this is it. So the user called zone and the password dev pass variable. So this will be created on the dev host. So let's save this playbook. Now we cannot run this this playbook like this, because we are using the vault. We have imported the vault file inside that. For that we have to use is ask vault password, and this file name is already there. So we have to run this like so. First I will check the syntax here. So there is some mistake here, so let's check. Okay, so the indentation is wrong. Save it here and run the syntax check. Yeah, so the playbook is syntactically correct. Now let's run the playbook. Okay, so if you see here, the user is created. Actually we are getting some warning here which can be ignored for now. Right now, to check that actually that user is created there or not, so for that Ansible dev -m -a for argument cat /etc/ password. So hit enter. Okay, so if you see here, user zone D is created. Now if I want to log in, not user DevOps user but zone user, so in this case I have to assign the password here, this my passwd, and we are now able to log in node 1, that is 101 with user zone D. So this is the use case for the vault, Ansible vault.